Hello everyone, get ready for some trending new info in your quest for knowledge. Adults of Reddit, what is something that sucks about being an adult that most teenagers don't realize? You can do whatever you want, but most of the time you either have commitments that prevent it, or you can't afford it. You can do whatever you want but you don't feel like it anymore. If teenage me knew that 40-Yomi has a virtual reality headset I almost never use, he'd cut our dick off out of spite. You are always cleaning the kitchen. Never ends, does it? Sometimes 3 times a day if it's been busy. FFS. 3 times a year if you're my roommate. A $1,000 paycheck isn't nearly as exciting as an adult. I remember getting a $650 paycheck when I was 15 and thinking, why do I need to go to high school anymore? I can just keep doing this, lol. I used to be a nanny for this one kid and kept in contact with the family over the last few years. When he started working at 17 last year, he would Snapchat me pictures of his $600 paychecks and tell me all the things he would buy with the stuff and how he was ballin'. I would cringe inside. There's never enough time for all the things you need to do. Definitely not enough time for the things you want to do. I would add to this that even if you had the hours in the day, you still won't have the time because it takes energy and motivation to do things, and sometimes you just don't have enough of that either. When I was a kid, I wanted a magic stopwatch to stop time and do whatever I wanted. As an adult I think of using that magic stopwatch, but for taking naps throughout the day without interrupting my workflow. That ordering food is actually expensive and your parents weren't lying to you. We have food in the house is always the most responsible decision. I still hear that from my wife all the time. Op, I want to eat your donkey. Wife, we have food in the house. It's really annoying how much time is involved with food. As a teenager you don't really have to think about food much, but as an adult you have to shop for food and prepare it. You can eat at a restaurant, but that will get old after a while assuming you can afford frequent dining out. My whole day is food. Breakfast for the kids. Snacks. Lunch. Snacks. Dinner. Meal planning. Grocery shopping. Making lists of things we need. For someone on a diet it is torture to constantly be consumed with food. You come home from work and you're tired, and if you don't feel like making dinner, then you're not eating dinner. Looks like it's sleep for dinner again. When something goes wrong or something unexpected happens, there's no one else to deal with it. Plugged toilet? You gotta clear it. Car out of gas? You gotta fill it. Run out of clean undies? You gotta do laundry. From small things to massive things, there's no one to make it go away but you. This didn't fully hit me until I had to clean a massive amount of puke out of the shower because I took a shower while I was sick and just absolutely lost my guts. Being a kid, someone else would have cleaned that up for me because I was sick, but as an adult, with a crazy high fever feeling absolutely terrible, I had to get on my knees and clean it up. There was no I don't feel good excuse, no someone else can do it, I had to clean it up or it would get even more disgusting and clog my pipes. Even though February is the shortest month, the rent is still the same. Yeah, but if you're salaried the paycheck doesn't have to last as long. I make like 10% more per day in February. Planning dinner every damn night. Learn to love leftovers and cook in bulk. I plan meals on the weekend and eat the same thing for lunch and dinner throughout the whole week. It sounds boring, it is, but the free time it gives me is worth the trade-off. And wow, does it make eating less expensive. Being lonely. Making friends as an adult is difficult, sometimes verging on impossible. You don't see people in your age group who are doing the same things you are every day anymore. Yeah, and it doesn't get better. I'm 46. My wife is really my only friend anymore. I have people I still keep in contact, but there's no one I really hang out with anymore or go do things with. I have some work acquaintances that I do things with sometimes, but the days of a true friend are pretty much over. Good thing my wife and I get along well. When all the cliches that used to piss you off start making sense and meaning something, but you can't explain it to younger people because they haven't lived that life experience yet. You'll understand when you're older. Pissed me off so much when I was a kid. Now that I understand it, I'm even more pissed off that I say this. When you go from relating to SpongeBob to relating to Squidward. As silly as this sounds, I used to hate Squidward's attitude. I wish he just went along with SpongeBob and Patrick, go let loose. You know, all those things you thought you would do when you were out on your own? They cost money, and you have to work for it. Aside from sleep, lol, Saturday rolls around and I'm like, yes, I'm gonna sleep in. 7 a.m. and my body is like, okay, that's enough for you, time to do laundry. I miss being a kid and sleeping till noon. For me, the alarm goes off and I immediately grumble, it's Saturday. And shut it off. Then 30 minutes later I realize it's not Saturday. Forgetting your age is a real problem. The only people who remind me how old I am are my kids, and I often have to double check. I used to ask my parents how old they were and they always can't remember or said 21 and it confused me. I get it now. This happens to me too, so much that when I genuinely forget my age, people think I'm doing a bit. This year, on my 26th birthday, I had a couple minutes of terror because I thought I was turning 27 even though I was sure it was probably 25. Weird, I had this exact thought not long ago. It's my birthday later this month and for about a 2 to 3 month period I was so convinced I was 27 and turning 28, when in fact I'm 26, turning 27. I had to double and triple check the years to make sure there wasn't a mistake. Once I was sure, it felt like I just got a free year. You're at that time in your life when you see your friends almost every day at school. That should be cherished, because it's vastly simpler than maintaining friendships as you enter adulthood and you don't have that constant contact. Life as an adult is change, most of it outside of your control. People change, circumstances shift, all of that work you put into your adult friendships can vanish in an instant, and you just have to adapt and move on. This is why I'd go $20,000 in debt for college again. Your entire life is people your own age, living in the same place, for 4 years. It's not comparable to anything else. I'm a decade out now and still miss that aspect of it. People are just down for spontaneous plans. When you're 30, it takes an act of God and 2 months planning to get more than 4 people together. And I say this as a lucky person who still has a wide social circle at age 30. I can't imagine moving to a new city at this age and trying to make new friends from scratch. What would have been your answer or question? Leave it in the comments below. Slap that like and subscribe button for more, and check out the link in the video description for even more answers. Peace out, and catch you in the next video.